Welcome back to Animal Kingdom Wonders. In today's video, we'll explore the breed profile, fascinating facts, and care of the Delaware chicken. Despite being one of the most recently commercialized chicken breeds, the Delaware has quickly become a rising star in hatcheries back in the 1940s. This comes as no surprise, considering the high-quality meat and eggs this breed produces. However, despite its delicious meat and highly nutritious eggs, the Delaware chicken was once on the brink of extinction just a few years ago. Back in the 1940s, a group of breeders came together with a single goal in mind: to create the perfect chicken breed. They embarked on an ambitious mission, unwilling to waste time, and rushed through the breeding process, hoping to turn an idea into reality. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen events that followed shortly after, the Delaware chicken breed faded into obscurity, seemingly disappearing forever. Or did it? Thanks to a few dedicated individuals who worked tirelessly to preserve the breed, the Delaware chicken managed to survive for several more decades. Today, the Delaware chicken has officially made a comeback, with its numbers steadily rising. But this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this fascinating breed. Let's dive deeper into the history and origins of the Delaware chicken to understand why it is considered one of the most successful chicken breeds. Despite originally being an unexpected accident, the creation of the Delaware chicken can be traced back to a single Rhode Island Red. At the time, the Rhode Island Red was considered the gold standard for breeding due to its exceptional egg-laying ability and high-quality meat. Recognizing its potential, a man named George Ellis in the 1940s saw an opportunity to take this already superior breed and refine it even further. His primary goal was to develop a new breed that could retain the same impressive egg production while significantly boosting its meat yield. This was no simple task, as it required years of careful selection and breeding to achieve the desired results. However, George Ellis was undeterred by the challenge. In addition to improving egg and meat production, he also aimed to create a breed that would be easier to pluck, with faster feathering and rapid growth rates, making it more efficient for commercial farming. Through relentless dedication and countless trials, he eventually discovered a winning formula, which initially led to the creation of a breed known as Indian Rivers. However, as time passed, he experimented with different names, first calling them Ohio Beauties, before finally settling on what would become their permanent name, the Delaware chicken. Almost overnight, this breed took the poultry industry by storm, quickly becoming one of the most sought-after chickens in the Mid-Atlantic region. For nearly 2 decades, the Delaware reigned supreme, dominating the market until it was eventually surpassed by the Cornish Rock Cross, a breed that soon became the industry standard. As Delaware chicken numbers began to decline, hatcheries and farmers gradually shifted their focus to more commercially viable breeds. This led to the Delaware chicken teetering on the brink of extinction. The only reason the breed still exists today is thanks to a small group of dedicated breeders who refuse to let it disappear. The survival of the Delaware chicken is owed to a handful of dedicated breeders who continued raising them despite their declining popularity. However, even with their unwavering efforts, the breed faced a dire situation. In 2009, the American Livestock Breed Conservancy officially classified the Delaware chicken as being in critical status, signaling that it was dangerously close to disappearing forever. Fortunately, as mentioned earlier, thanks to conservation programs and the persistence of passionate individuals, the Delaware chicken has been successfully rescued from the brink of extinction. While it remains on the Livestock Conservancy's watch list, these chickens are still available today. And you can own one yourself if you're interested. If you're considering raising Delaware chickens, there are a few key things to keep in mind, starting with their characteristics. Unlike some other breeds that come in a variety of colors, Delaware chickens have a signature look. Their bright white plumage, accented by black barring on their hackles and tail feathers, gives them an elegant and striking appearance. While they may not offer much variety in coloration, their classic look makes them a standout in any flock. However, beyond their charming looks, there are far more important factors to consider, such as meat production. As mentioned earlier, only a small number of Delaware chickens have survived over the years. Many of the original color and trait variations that existed in the 1950s have since disappeared. Because of this, most Delaware chickens available today are actually recreations of the early breeding experiments conducted at the Indian Rivers hatchery. Despite this, George Ellis, the mastermind behind the Delaware breed, always placed a strong emphasis on selective breeding for superior meat production. His work laid the foundation for the breed's remarkable growth rate and high-quality meat, making Delaware chickens a valuable choice for farmers and poultry enthusiasts alike. Because George Ellis prioritized meat production, he dedicated years of careful breeding to ensure that Delaware chickens would grow quickly and efficiently. Thanks to his work, these birds developed rapid growth rates, allowing farmers to move them to pasture at a very young age. This made them a convenient and profitable meat source for poultry farmers. Additionally, their white feathers and low feather density made the processing and cleaning of the birds much easier. Unlike darker feathered breeds, Delaware chickens could be plucked cleanly, leaving behind a neat, market-ready carcass with minimal effort. This trait made them a preferred choice for farmers who wanted an easy-to-process bird. Another key characteristic that you should consider is their egg production. In the past, while Delaware chickens were consistent egg layers, they were never particularly famous for egg production. Instead, they were primarily meat birds that just happened to lay a few large brown eggs throughout the year. However, as time passed, breeders worked on improving their egg-laying abilities. And today, Delaware chickens can produce between 250 to 280 eggs per year, a significant increase from the 100 to 150 eggs they used to lay in the past. Because of this, Delaware chickens have now evolved into a highly efficient dual-purpose breed, making them a worthwhile investment for farmers looking for both quality meat and a steady supply of eggs. Beyond their practicality, Delaware chickens have also gained recognition for their ornamental value. Due to their rarity, it's no surprise that whenever Delaware chickens appear at poultry exhibitions, they often make a strong impression. In recent years, there has been a resurgence in breeding programs that focus on enhancing the Delaware chicken's appearance, particularly for show-quality feathers. Their distinct black barring on the hackles and stunning black tail feathers make them an eye-catching breed that stands out in any flock. Additionally, Delaware chickens are known for their sturdy build and thick frame, making them not just visually appealing but also robust and resilient farm birds. One distinct feature of Delaware chickens is their dense feathering, which gives them a fluffier appearance compared to most other breeds. Despite their soft and full plumage, Delaware chickens have retained an important trait throughout the years. They are still highly active and intelligent foragers, even though they're white. Feathers make them more visible to predators from a distance. These birds thrive in open pastures, spending their days roaming freely in search of food. Another fascinating trait of Delaware chickens is their keen awareness of their surroundings. They are constantly alert, always keeping an eye out for potential threats. If an intruder or predator ambushes them, they don't go down easily. They will fight back to defend themselves. Due to their excellent foraging abilities, some breeders have even begun developing Delaware chickens as a non-hybrid alternative to the Freedom Ranger breed, making them a practical choice for those looking for hardy, self-sufficient birds. Size and growth rate. Although there are official breed standards for Delaware chickens, individual size can vary depending on their bloodline. Regardless, these birds are known for their fast growth rates, and most farmers can start harvesting them for meat within 3 to 4 months. If you choose to keep them for egg production, however, they will remain in your flock for a much longer period. As for their weights, Delaware pullets generally weigh around 5.5 pounds, while fully grown hens reach about 6.5 pounds. Cockerels usually weigh 7.5 pounds, while mature roosters can grow up to 8.5 pounds. Temperament and behavior. Interestingly enough, despite their charming and attractive appearance, Delaware chickens are not as friendly as you might expect. Their temperament is a crucial factor to consider when raising them, as they can exhibit bold and independent behavior compared to other breeds. One reason Delaware chickens may not be the friendliest breed is that they were originally bred to be resilient against predators. Because of this, if they feel threatened or pushed around too much, they might fight back. That being said, as long as you treat them well, there's usually no reason to worry about aggressive behavior. While they may not be the cuddliest chickens, they more than make up for it with their sharp intelligence. Delaware chickens are incredibly attentive and curious, always aware of their surroundings and quick to react. Unlike some breeds that prefer to stick together in a group, Delaware chickens tend to stay in their own space. They enjoy foraging independently, rather than aimlessly following other flock members around. However, despite their independent nature, they are not aggressive toward other birds. This means that while they like their privacy, they don't compete for dominance within the flock. In fact, Delaware chickens are so non-confrontational that they often roost last, avoiding any disputes over the pecking order. Experts believe that this behavior helps them steer clear of unnecessary conflicts, making them a relatively peaceful breed to raise. General appearance. The Delaware chicken is classified as a medium-sized dual-purpose breed with a broad and deep body. Most Delaware chickens weigh between 6 to 8 pounds, though for those who prefer smaller birds, there is also a bantam variety that weighs less than 32 ounces. their appearance is distinctive, with white or silver feathers complemented by black barring on the hackles, wings, and tail. Additionally, all Delaware chickens have a 5-pointed comb, along with red wattles and earlobes, giving them a classic and striking look. If you happen to live in a colder climate, it's highly recommended to apply Vaseline to their combs and wattles to help prevent frostbite, as their exposed areas can be vulnerable in low temperatures, to protect your Delaware chickens from harsh weather conditions. Especially in colder climates, applying Vaseline to their combs can help prevent frostbite. As for their physical traits, Delaware chickens have reddish-bay-colored eyes, giving them a sharp and alert expression. Their beaks are dark reddish, while their skin and legs are yellow. Like most chickens, they have 4 toes per foot, which helps them maintain stability when foraging. Health hardiness. One of the biggest advantages of raising Delaware chickens is their exceptional hardiness. They are considered one of the healthiest and most resilient chicken breeds available. Additionally, they are fast-growing, low-maintenance, and excellent choices for beginners who are new to poultry keeping. Unlike some other breeds, Delaware chickens have no known genetic predisposition to circulatory or lung issues. However, this does not mean they are immune to health problems. It's always important to monitor their well-being and consult a veterinarian if any concerns arise. Delaware chickens typically start breeding and laying eggs at around 16 weeks old, though some owners have reported that their birds begin laying even earlier. However, one notable downside of their early maturity is their shorter lifespan. While Delaware chickens may start laying eggs at a rapid pace, their reproductive system begins to decline after 5 years, leading to health complications. Even with proper care, their bodies naturally deteriorate over time, making them unsuitable as long-term pets. Simply put, Delaware chickens are not designed to be lifelong companions. If you are looking for a long-term egg layer or a pet chicken, you may need to consider alternative breeds better suited for longevity. If you're considering raising Delaware chickens purely for ornamental purposes, you may need to reconsider, or at least be extra careful when selecting your birds. Most large hatcheries prioritize fast-growing production Delawares, which means their feathers develop quickly but also shed faster. This can result in them losing their fluffy appearance over time, making them less appealing as decorative birds. If your goal is to have a beautiful show-quality Delaware, you will need to invest in a specialized ornamental line. Additionally, you'll have to closely monitor their feather health to ensure they don't experience excessive feather loss or damage. Another issue to watch for is bareback and bare-bottom Delawares, which are common in mixed flocks. Because Delaware chickens tend to be less social than some other breeds, they are often targeted by more dominant flock members. Their reserved nature makes them vulnerable to bullying from larger, more assertive birds. Weather protection. One of the major health advantages of the Delaware chicken is its high heat tolerance. Their white feathers and lower feather density allow them to stay cooler in hot weather compared to heavier feathered breeds. However, despite this natural advantage, they still need plenty of shade and fresh water to regulate their body temperature during peak heat hours. Interestingly, even though Delaware chickens have a muscular build, they don't require any special care to maintain their muscle mass. While they are not considered cold-resistant, they have been observed to adapt well to colder climates, provided they are given proper shelter and protection from extreme cold. Raising Delaware chickens. Pros and cons. If you're still on the fence about whether Delaware chickens are the right breed for you, let's take a closer look at the benefits and challenges of raising them. Still wondering if Delaware chickens are the right fit for you? Let's break it down with a list of their biggest pros and cons to help you decide. Pros of raising Delaware chickens. Excellent foragers. These birds are naturally active and thrive in free-range environments. Great egg production. They can lay over 250 eggs per year, making them a reliable choice for egg production. Flavorful meat. While they may not be the top meat breed, their meat is still tender, juicy, and full of flavor. Predator resistant. Their strong awareness and ability to fight back make them more resilient to threats. Cons of raising Delaware chickens. Quality varies by breeder. Depending on where you get your Delaware chickens, their size, temperament, and feathering can differ. Lighter feathering on their backs and bottoms. This makes them prone to feather loss. Especially in mixed flocks. Jack of all trades, master of none. While they are dual-purpose birds, they are not the absolute best in either meat or egg production. Poor maternal instincts. Delaware hens are not known for being great mothers, so if you're looking for a breed that will naturally raise chicks, this may not be the best option. Overall, the positives far outweigh the negatives, making Delaware chickens a solid choice for most poultry keepers. But should you get one for yourself? Absolutely, if they meet your needs. However, if you're looking for a specialized egg layer or a superior meat bird, you might be better off choosing another breed. Delaware chickens are not an essential must-have. But they are a great alternative for those seeking a versatile, hardy, and productive bird that balances egg laying and meat production.